Well, this is my take on Ark Survival Mobile, and let's say everything got out of my hands. Well, as there was a free version on mobile, I tried to play it to save money, and looking back, it was not a great decision. To make everything fun, I invited Venom Drake, aka Ashu, to play with me. So, on day 1, game started and we joined an online server on easy difficulty, and then everything started to go down. 1 minute in, the Discord wasn't working properly, even though we were playing on 40 Mbps Wi Fi connection. Then I figured that I can't access my tools and everything's got froze. So I just restarted the game, and so does Venom, and we rejoined on a medium difficulty this time because last time the structures were all full and we were not able to build anything. Then the game started, but the lag was so much that we had to just restart again. Then we just changed the server again. We saw some like different structures of other players, which is pretty common on an online server. So I decided to find a peaceful place where there are not many structures and we could start our journey there as well. So ideally I was looking for a 4 by 4 house near water behind the woods, as well as not in dangerous zone if possible, cause raptors really get out of my hand and they just throw a tantrum everywhere. Now I rejoined the game and tried to relocate it. Venom agreed with me and we both started to go on a hunt. Now Venom wanted to look for it together, so we first decided to join together and then we scattered around the same island, and then we started to search for it. And all of a sudden, while I was like going away from a river up, I just got lagged again. And I just dodged a piranha. My idea was to get a base at a place near water, as I said before. So most of the day one got wasted on looking for a place and I wasn't able to find it. On day 2, I found a relic and I tried to open it to get some good stuff, but guess what? You need to be level 10 to open a relic in this game. I found a decent place where I could start the building. I need to tell Venom. So I told Venom first of all on a pretty cracky Discord. Then he asked for the coordination. So I simply opened my map and it didn't open. So I tried 3 more times and it didn't work again. So I restarted my game. Now this time when I started the game, it was not working from the get-go. Venom told me to wait, so I waited. But then all of a sudden me as well as Venom got kicked out of the server. I thought we were kicked by the admin, but no, it was a connection timeout. Now, well, joined again. I wanted to drink some water as my indicators were telling me to, so I jumped into a river, and guess what? The game lagged again. So finally, it started working again after a while, and the hungry bar was showing up. So I just opened my bag and ate some berries. And now Venom was like, if it's lagging so much, why don't we join an unofficial server? But up till now, we were already level 4 or 5, so I don't wanted to waste our progress. So I just declined that offer. Looking back, another bad decision. Now what happened is I found a new place. This time I was able to tell coordinations to Venom, and he also helped me to get calmed down a lot. Now I was pretty hungry again because like berries just pushed up my 30 health, whereas my bar was like 120. So it got depleted pretty fast. So this time I was looking for some meat and I searched a lot, but I wasn't able to find it. So I took a break, ate some berries, and then researched all kind of stuffs. And I opened some more equipment so that I could be able to hunt properly, but I didn't make them. Now when I was looking for more stuff, yup, game lagged again. I rejoined the server again. Well, the Venom died this time. I don't know how. He never told me. He just suffered a lot. So he joined the game back. I joined the game back. And this time I started to make material because we need to create a foundation on our specific place. So my main mission was just get the foundation done for this video, get a proper house, get a sleeping bag so we could teleport there as much as possible, get ourselves at least an axe, pickaxe, and parasaur. Parasaur is a dinosaur. Okay, so that was my main mission for the first episode, but everything was like going down the hill. Now my hunger was so high that it got to my mind, everything was blurry. I just bring out my axe and started shoving in every dinosaur I see in front of me, but didn't find any because everyone were running or I was lagging again and again. I rejoined the server again and again. Now I could just eat berries. I just remembered it. Then I ate around 50 berries. Then I couldn't guess what happened because every dinosaur stopped moving. And guess what? Lag again. Well then, I ate some berries again and I started to like go back, but I need meat so that like I could cook it, and it just increased 20 food and I just need 3 pieces of meat and my bar will be full. So I saw a parasaur running away, so my eyes were it, my drool running from my mouth, and I just started running toward it. And parasaur didn't wait it for me, he also started running. We ran for like 5 minutes front and back, and then I gave up because my health bar was started to go down and I started to go back to the venom. Now I ate berries to survive for a short period. While I was hunting a beaver for meat, I thought like he was not moving. Yup, it was a lag again, but this time I didn't need to leave the game. Instead, the beaver killed me. Yup, I was killed by a freaking beaver. So I spawned again, this time far from the previous spot because there was no bed ready. Now this lag was getting to us a lot. We started to argue a little. I mean, a lot of time we were arguing like what to do, how to do. The game is not working and all that. But we calmed down and I started to look for a good place again. Now I tried to cross a lake in the river, but let's say the river was filled with life, and then I ran away. Now, while I was running, I found a great spot where I could easily build a 4 by 4 house. There was water, there was jungle, there was also boxes were all tick marked, and Venom was also pretty happy, so I gave him coordinates pretty easily. This time there was no lag at all, and finally, after the start of the day 3, we were able to start this freaking game. Now I was collecting berries and getting a lot of fiber so I can get myself and Venom some clothes, whereas Venom was trying to get wood, thatch, and stones. Damn, girl, I love those thighs, but I needed to hide them. No, keep that away. So I made some clothes for her cause rain was pretty heavy and it was getting pretty cold. So as we were like pretty far away, we were not able to see each other, and Venom said it was pretty dark, so I made an idea of making a torch. Now I think Venom was not able to make it or something. It was got some issue over there his side, but I made one for myself. While Venom was getting attacked, I don't know by whom, crafted the torch. Crafted the torch and game lagged again. Yeah, so while the game was lag, I was checking, like I was hoping the game start again, so I started checking other features of the game, and yeah, perspective was a good. I thought, why not start using the third person perspective from here on. Now I Venom replied to me that he is nearby, so I put out torch and signal him that where I was. Now day fourth on the dawn, finally I was reunited with Venom, and but his character was bugged and it was not fixing, so I have to restart the game again. So I restarted the game again. We exchanged some beautiful emotes, then discussed where will be our house and divided our workload again. Now I started clearing the area where we would be placing our house, and Venom started collecting material this time. And this time we both got lagged for no reason. This time we didn't go out of our way. We were doing the things which were in our safe memory, but for some reason it got back. Now on day 5, I leveled up, I grind, and I increased my buffs. Continued to work, put down a foundation this time, and spotted a parasaur. Now, when I spotted this parasaur, I started to hunt. We closed his escape, me and Venom, and by both efforts, we got a lot of hide and raw meat. We made a campfire, put the meat, and finally we could cook it and have a lot more. Now I put a lot more foundations down, collect fiber as Venom collected stone and wood. We we both filled our inventory so much that I had to make storage first. Then, as we got together, I placed some foundations and we filled the storage with materials. And our next quest was to divide preferred materials again. Now, when I say preferred materials, my main objective should be building the house, but I was focused on getting us clothes and getting the foundation ready and getting the dinosaur, so it was getting pretty messy. We were already pretty tired from a long range of argument, and at this point, we were like, frick it, let's do as much as possible in as short amount as possible. Now, when this happened, we both got hungry. Then I remembered, yeah, this time we had a lot of meat. Now I go back to the campfire, had some delish meat, and Venom took it as well. Now I went back to the gathering. Day 6, I spotted a Diplodocus which was wandering around our base, and it had this berry. I spotted that it needed berry to tame it, so I just gave him some. And for some reason, I don't know what happened, the she wanted more. The game didn't allow me to feed her more berries. She started to get angry and started to throw me again and again as far as possible. And in the end, when she threw him in the river, and which was filled with piranhas, I gave up. I completely gave up on her, and then I go back to my base to get some slingshots. Now, why I need slingshots is because with those you can make some dinosaurs unconscious and then you feed them meat or berries to tame them. So when this was all happening, I remember my second mission to like tame a parasaur. So I opened my storage and yep, my old friend Lag was back. So this time Venom also was lagged on the same time, probably because we were on like connected this time. I don't know why I came to this part of the reasoning, but we both was getting lagged at the same time over and over again. We were at our wits end, but we pulled through by making some slingshots to get a new dino for ourselves. That excitement to get and capture a new dinosaur for just ourselves, which will decrease our workload, was pretty huge for us. So, started to discuss our strategy, we started to explain each other how everything would go, and then we saw a parasaur running. And while we were collecting stones for ammo to collect that parasaur, a Dilophosaurus got angry at me for some reason and started to come to me for a fight. Now I started to run back so that I get some time to pull out my axe. I didn't had any intention to caught this one, so I just wanted hide and meat from this one. But Venom pulled out a slingshot and started to slinging at him while I was attacking him. So I end up giving him 2 extra hit after he was unconscious, which probably decreased his stats a little. But yeah, he was unconscious this time, and we didn't have raw meat. We can't feed him cooked meat, but we needed raw meat. So I went around, killed a Moscophus, which was wandering around that area to get meat for the dino. So I was like trying to like trap this guy between two things as well as giving him at as much as damage. If he was a fast runner, then I think we might have lose a dino by ourselves. But yeah, while I was away, a beautiful thinking by Venom that he gave him miso berries, so he kept sleeping. Now we tamed the Dilophosaurus and we named it Dilfo. Yeah, pretty boring, but I didn't have time to think for a name. Now, while I aggroed Iguanodon, and while we were trying to kill it, Dilfo got his first kill. But this iguana broke my bones so hard that I was almost killed. Was it worth it? Nope. Our little Dilophosaurus was from level 6 to level 7. It was not worth it at all. And I had to wait like for a while to get my health up again. And well, we made Dilo wait near base after that. Who is Dilo? Yeah, Dilophosaurus. I am calling him Dilo from now on. Well, we done some more chopping and made a sleeping bag. Now at least we will spawn near the base area again. Went to pick up berries and fibers again. I opened research, learned a lot, made a bola so we can immobilize a parasaur at as it runs a lot. I researched spark powder, spyglass, some saddles, narcotics, and a roof. I placed some roof instead of foundation, which was a bad idea, and the game lagged again. Now, when I was standing above the roof, when the game lagged, and when we started to start the game, he was stuck between those wood, and for some reason, every time I tried to remove those roof, Venom and I got lag again and again, but somehow Venom came out of it. Then we destroyed the whole piece, and then we started to shift it with some foundation. Had our enough, we saved our data, and this time we tried to join unofficial server. Playing, but the moment I made a character and I started the game already was giving me all level 100 experience points, which I don't like. I want to survive in this game, not in a creative mode. But yeah, when we get there, I somehow managed to convince Venom that we will be playing from level 1, and he agreed with me. Then we continued to search for more, like an hour or so. Venom found another amazing unofficial server, Shi Wang, and we joined it. And this time the server only gave us 30 levels, so I was okay with it, because with 30 level I can open some relics as well as those drops, while we don't have that much progress in the game. I research only some of the stuff as I don't want to shift a lot of things. So simply I just made a lot of stuff and we started to look for material. Did I mention I was killed by a raptor the moment I joined the server? Yeah, thankfully there was no lag at all in the unofficial server. While I was admiring a multicolored beetle, I spotted a Sarco, and drool started to came out of my mouth, as that is the one of the best dinos to get in the early game. It was attacking a parasaur. I think that was the reason that gave me the courage to attack him, and I pursued Venom for it, and we both started to attack it. While we did deplete a lot of health, he was so focused on Parasaur. After finishing his meal, he turned to me this time and he started to kill me. Now we don't want to kill Sarko, we wanted to tame it. So Venom was attacking with a slingshot while I was attacking for an axe. I was hoping that the thing happens again where we tame it, but we forgot that we needed narcotic arrow to catch it, not slingshot, cause it was a bigger dinosaur. So in the end, I died, then Sarko died, and Venom pick up all the materials to take back to our base, while I find my way back to our base. And I don't know why the teleport beacon was not available, probably because of that notification that I skipped. Yeah. So what happened is I go back to my body and I figured out, I cut my meat and put it in the storage. Didn't thought it worked like that, but moving on. Put a storage box and a sleeping bag. Argued why Venom put shit in the cupboard. Now I gave him shoes and bandages to wear, research a lot. Now a big guy was coming near us. Which big guy? This, a big claw one. Base. It was coming near our base, so I decided to move this guy away with exchange of my life. Now, while I was moving him away from the base, I spotted a supply crate, so I went near it. Now I opened it, got some amazing souvenirs, and while I was coming back from there, Venom told me he spot a server shutdown prompt. So I opened the text and I also saw it. It was showing 60 seconds. So we decided to get back to the base and we stood together on our foundation and our base. We were admiring the world we were in. There was no lag at all. And right before our eyes, a beautiful world deleted in a moment. Did I enjoyed the game? Yup. Did I get annoyed and angry? Yes. Will I play the game again? Absolutely. Well, if you are interested in what happened next, like just click on the video in front of you. I hope you like it. And guys and girls, I hope we meet in the next video. Till then, little breaks dismissed.